Hello and good day. I am Chris Palmer with chrispalmermarketing.com, and in today's Shopify search engine optimization video, what I'd like to share with you in this part 1 video is how you can optimize and structure your Shopify store in order to get the best SEO results. Now, I know that I'm generally on this channel helping out users with local SEO, Google Maps, and local businesses. However, a lot of the local businesses that I work with, whether it's they sell clothing, they might have rugs, they might have carpets. I've worked with a lot of businesses utilizing and deploying Shopify and having great success. So what I want to give you is the foundational elements to set your Shopify store up for success. And let's talk about collections and product pages. All right. So one of the very first things that I'm going to see a lot of the times is when you have your business. All right. So a lot of times you'll have your website, okay, .com. All right. And I know that Shopify puts you at a slight disadvantage because they force you to have something called collections. All right. Now, generally, if we're doing SEO, we don't want to have a top level page that's not going to be optimized towards the SERP. Generally, you want to have your URL read how people are searching. But with Shopify, they put us at a slight disadvantage with our URL, but we can go from there and put ourselves in the best optimization predicament as possible. So what I generally will see is people will start doing this. Let's say that we're talking about an apparel company. Let's say they sell shirts, they sell clothes, they sell it for men's, they sell it for women, they sell it for children. They even have stuff for the dog, right? But what I will generally see is people will put John's shirts, okay? So this will be the John shirt collection. The name of the store is John's, and they'll utilize a non-highly searched term inside of the top level category page or the collection page. And then what they'll end up doing is they'll do something like this. They'll have their website, okay, .com. They'll do their collections. All right. They'll have John's shirts. And then what they'll do, and this is what I see so often, is they'll go ahead and they'll start doing this. Here, let me just take a good look at this. So then they'll have this. All right. It'll look like this. Products. And then it'll be John's tea, right? Now, this is what I want to put you on track with, all right? This is the first thing that I want to point out for you. When you're structuring out your top-level collection pages, when you're making your collection pages, you need to ensure that the name of the collection, because it's going to be listed on your store, you need to make sure that the name of the collection is a high search volume key term. So if you are doing it the right way, what we would want to make sure of is that we have our website.com, okay? Then we have our collection, all right? Or collections, actually. And then we'll have men's t-shirts, okay? Because then when we start having our men's t-shirts, we can start having our product pages like this. Website.com, okay? We'll have our collection. We're talking about our men's t-shirts, men's t-shirts, right? Remember, we're staying high volume. We're saying very high volume. Then we'll have our product. And then it'll list out the type of t-shirt. And you want to make sure that whatever this product name is, try to keep it specific so you don't mess up the store, but also keep search intent and the actual volume of your search terms. Like nobody knows what Josie's or Johnny's t-shirt is, but they know what a men's black small is. All right. When they're on the store, you can give all of the different dynamics of your branding and who you are and what you do and what you stand for. But when we're talking about structure, we want to keep it hyper focused and specific on the primary keywords and the overall product. So t-shirt, black, right? Small, medium, large, you'll have different SKUs. All right. So this is the big one that I see so often. We need to make sure that we're keeping the phrases that we're searching for hyper specific to the overall search volume and what people are looking for online. All right. Now let's talk about one more tip here. All right. Now, here's what I see a lot of the times when we're talking about homepages for brands that when we're looking at the homepage, even though you're a store and even though you have lots and lots of products, I implore you to not have your main page such as this. You'll have your, let's say it's men's shirts, women's shirts, dog shirts, and kids shirts. Let's just say you're a shirt store. But then on the page right here, you'll have, this will be a keyword, okay, in your H1 instead of the actual brand name. So what ends up happening is the store starts ranking their homepage for their products, for their services, whatever you're doing, instead of having the homepage be branded and then have the rest of the store being geared towards the products that you're providing. You need to make sure that your homepage, all right, is going to be hyper specific to your brand. All right, so we want to get rid of this. All right, and the homepage is brand. So the title and the H1 on the page is going to be brand related. Then down at the bottom, when you have your other H2s, okay, these are heading 2s on the page, we could talk about some of our collections where you'll have a box that will have your collections listed in it, and then we'll get to it. But the main optimization of the page is the title. The H1 on the home page is about your brand. You have your main navigation, and then you have your footer navigation in order to get them to the main collection pages. And then on those collection pages, you can get them to their individual products. This home page is to direct traffic to the collections. Do not optimize your homepage around the primary keyword because you're taking away from the internal pages. Now, I hope that this helps. This is just a part 1. This is some of the little tips that I've been seeing consistently. I hope that this helps you out. If you have any other questions related to Shopify, local SEO, ads, anything at all, never hesitate. Go ahead and ask in the section below. And I always look forward to seeing you in the next Shopify search engine optimization video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.